I swear this was 100% real. I still haven't emotionally recovered from this traumatizing experience. If something similar happens to you, then I'm afraid your fate will be the same as mine. I worked as an intern for Amazon Prime when I came into the offices of the Hazbin hotel crew. I was mostly in charge of keeping the office tidy at the end of each shift. However, when I was working, I stumbled across a flash drive hidden behind a trash bin. I thought to myself, what is this doing here? Curious, I decided to walk over to one of the animator's computers and see what was on the drive. There was only one file, hbin htl.wmv. I clicked on it. It's one of the worst mistakes I could have ever made. The video opened up with Charlie at the Happy Hotel, but something was off. The video was covered in static, almost like a damaged VHS tape. The animation was choppy, but still used assets from the show, so it couldn't have been something a fan submitted. Through the static, I could make out a name on the animation details on the top right corner. Timofab, which is Baphomet backwards. I felt chills go through my spine as I read this. Was this made by some demonic creature to be put on Amazon Prime? The question was not answered though. As for the video, I was not ready for what I was about to see. It opened with Charlie greeting a sinner as they arrived in hell, but something was off. Charlie was not in her usual animation style. She was hyper-realistic, and her bloods were black with red dots as her pupils and hyper-realistic blood spewing from her eyes. She proceeded to stab the sinner with the knife, causing them to scream and bleed a super-realistic blood that wasn't in the same animation style as the regular show. I was horrified. How could VisiPop ever make such a horrible animation? Then, in a voice actor unlike her official actor, the voice sounded more like an older white male, and she looked straight at the screen and said,
"I'm coming for you, Jerry."
And then a pentagram made of a binary code came up on the screen. I was too terrified to try to decipher the code. I immediately tried to take the flash drive out, but the computer mysteriously closed the video program all by itself. The Windows Defender started to alert me that it contained some sort of malware, possibly from the video file itself. I went over to another computer and plugged the drive in, only to find that the video file was mysteriously gone. At that moment, I heard someone knock on the window and I booked it. I ran all the way home, leaving my car in the parking lot. Once I was home, I locked the door and ran over to my bed. I held my revolver I keep under my pillow in case whatever was knocking at the office was coming back around to get me. I knew who it was, but I couldn't think of how. It's Charlie, or given the evidence, Baphomet entering the human realm, using Charlie as a form of disguise to prey on the souls who watched the video file. It was almost like that binary code marked me for some form of execution, or rather likely, it was a way to sell my soul. I was just close to nodding off when my Roku 4K HDR smart TV suddenly turned on without me pressing anything, and it immediately turned on to Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime. Without me pressing anything, it turned on to Hazbin Hotel. But something was off. The logo was incomplete. It just said Bin Hotel. When the episode started, it was just a still of Charlie, when all of a sudden she came out of the TV and jumped at me, ready to take my soul. I woke up in a cold sweat in my dark and empty room, to the sound of something clawing at my door. I'm taking the time I have left to write this to give a warning. If you ever find that flash drive, do not watch it, or else you'll end up like me. If you still go through with it, despite my warnings, I'll see you in the lake of fire. I think I hear Charlie coming. I won't let her get me. I won't let her get me.